Pokemon fans have plenty to rage about. I'm so excited for this video.
Butterfree, go!
Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we are looking at Pokemon fans raging on the internet. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a doozy. Oh, I'm so excited. I can feel it in my veins and my blood. It's starting to boil and the rage is starting to compile because, well, us Pokemon fans, we have the luxury of some pretty incredible great games in a pretty incredible franchise, but there is plenty to be upset about. And every week on Reddit, on the Pokemon subreddit, fans come across from far and wide across the land to collectively gather and rage together about the Pokemon franchise. And we're gonna read some of those comments and it's gonna be so fun. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. Let me know in the comments section below what you're raging about. It's time for Caps Lock, baby. So let off some steam. And if you guys want to see another one of these videos, I need to know in the comments section below and on the like button. 5,000 likes. I know you guys can do it. But let's look at some of the rage on r/Pokemon. All right, the rage thread, it begins. You press the Caps Lock button on your keyboard. Write about whatever's making you angry. Other people will agree with you in caps, shouting at each other about things we hate and strong bond among members of the community. Profit. And I encourage you guys to jump into the comment section and do this here as well. Let's see what we got, man. Moo Cow here says, people say they want Game Freak to slow down and take their time developing games, but then they want Gen 4 remakes this instant. Moo Cow, you bring up a great point. Pokemon fans, myself included, are like, hey, we need to slow it down. We get Pokemon games every year. We need them to take a little bit of time so they're not rushing out their game. But then what do? They drop a new game every single year. Except for this year, right? We've got the DLC this year, which is kind of interesting with the Olive Armor and the Crown Tundra, which I think is a cool shakeup, so I respect that. But one thing I do want to point out about your comment here, Moo Cow, very simply is the fact that Pokemon and Game Freak has multiple teams working on games, right? So if a Diamond and Pearl remake is being worked on right now, it's a separate team than the team that made Sword and Shield. So they would have already been working on it for a couple years, so I'm not super concerned if they come out with a new game every year. And we also have to remember as Pokemon fans that one of the main ways the Pokemon franchise makes money is actually off their merchandise, not off of their video games, but the video games are the pillar that kind of creates that merchandise opportunity, right? So it's not a surprise the video games oftentimes get the shaft when the real moneymaker is in the TCG, in the merch, the plushies, the t-shirts, all that stuff, the movies, etc. So it's not surprising that the video games end up just being a catalyst or almost like a guinea pig or a scapegoat to get that merchandise out there. Why isn't there a better electric physical move for Luxray and Electivire that is not Wild Charge? Yellow Mantis, I feel you so much. For those who don't know, both Electivire and Luxray are forced to use Wild Charge as their physical electric type move, and the only other good kind of electric physical move would be like Thunder Punch or Pikachu's signature move, but that does recoil too, so you can do some volt tackling, but you're gonna take a lot of damage. So it is an unfortunate situation where special electric types using Thunderbolt and Thunder are way stronger than Pokemon like Electivire and Luxray, which have a really good physical attack stat that have to rely on things like Thunder Fang or Thunder Punch, or in this case, Wild Charge, which again, isn't even that strong. I'm with you, man. We need a physical electric move for sure. But you know what? Speaking of other types, us bug type fans here, we struggle as well because Mega Horn is not the greatest physical attack. It's decent, but it has lower accuracy. And from a special perspective, you're stuck with Bug Buzz or Pollen Puff. So could we get a really good bug move too while we're at it? Give Dragonite a Mega! Also, Flygon! Also, the Johto starters! Bring back Megas and finish what you started! Switch Sceptile's special attack with his E-Tack! They deserve it. Well, as Rakdos, you bring up some very valid points here. Dragonite getting a Mega would be very, very strong. I think it's going to be a very powerful Pokemon with a Dynamax form here. Not even Gigantamax, just Dynamax Dragonite is going to be insane. With its multi-scalability, it has inner focus so it can't flinch. It can obviously run max Airstream. Weakness Policy Dragonite is going to be a huge threat in the metagame soon. Flygon is like a huge fan favorite, and everyone wants Flygon, but unfortunately, it's kind of gotten the shaft, hasn't gotten a lot of love. But I am of the belief that we are going to get new Mega Evolutions heading into Diamond Pearl remakes. I have a hard time thinking that they're going to bring back the Dynamax mechanic, and I think that Megas are coming back, dude. That is my gut. Megas are coming to Pokemon Go. They're in Pokemon Masters. I think they're bringing Megas back for Diamond and Pearl. My fingers are crossed, man. I'm with you as Rakdos. I hope we get Megas back, baby. If male Curlia can become Gardevoir, then why can't female Curlia become Gallade? I don't know. Probably because Gardevoir was released in Gen 3 and Gallade was released in Gen 4 and they kind of bit themselves and realized that they messed up. But it's 2020, I'm with you, man, let's do it. Fearow needs a buff or an interesting regional form. Bronc, man, no it doesn't. No one cares about Fearow, dude, let's be honest. We need a better fire move than Flare Blitz. Well, I'll tell you that we have this move called V-Create, but it is a signature move for Victini. So much like our friend complaining about the electrical physical attacks, I kind of see you on this, right? You're kind of stuck with Fire Punch or Flare Blitz, but Flare Blitz is a good move, and you know there is some drawback there. There has to be some sort of balance, but it would be nice to have something like Sacred Fire. Actually, I was gonna say Sacred Fire distributed more frequently would actually be pretty nightmarish for the metagame. I think we gotta stick with what we got, you know what I mean? You can't have the super high powerful moves for every type, because if you do, then they're gonna be limited distribution in the first place. I see your complaints though, I do, Entitled, I do. Why do you have to buy the post-game for Pokemon Sword and Shield? And you have to pay to play online with friends? Question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, question mark. Those features used to be free. And the game plus online, the post-game is like $110. Why? It's too expensive. The games used to cost $30 and that was it. Nothing else warranted to buy. Well, fantastic. I think you bring up some very interesting points here, but I want to make it very clear. It actually was not free to pay to play online with friends. We had to get a link cable, so don't forget about that. You had to connect with a link cable, which was an extra accessory. And, you know, I get the idea of having to pay online, but that's, I think, Nintendo feeling pressure from the other game companies like Sony and Microsoft with their consoles charging for online. It's a really good opportunity for them to make some money for their online services, and hopefully it kind of encourages them to have better online services than they've had in the past. But I do feel you on that. In terms of buying the post game, I kind of get that too, but simultaneously, it's like, the reality of it is, paying $30 for the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra together is way better than having to buy a third version of Sword and Shield or a new version of Sword and Shield in the fall that basically has very minor or minimal changes, much like we saw with Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. I bought both Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. That's $120 together. Well, I guess they were like 40 each. But let's just say, for the purposes of this conversation here, so I think having the DLC ends up being cheaper and we probably get more content out of it when all is said and done. So I'm with you on that, fantastic, but inflation, bro. You can't expect video games to cost $30 now. The standard is like 60, so, and it's gonna go up again. It's just how it works, man. So, sorry, buddy, but it's just gonna be how it's gonna be, bro. I also want to mention, you know, listen, I'm not trying to hate on this, but I get the price sensitivity, I really do. But at the end of the day, when I think, okay, I paid $60 plus online, which you can't really factor in because you can use the online for other stuff, plus the DLC. So let's say $100 for Sword and Shield, right, with the DLC and everything. I'm gonna get so many hours of content out of that. Now, granted, I play it for my job, so I'm at like 2,000 hours by now. But most of us are gonna get 50, 60 hours out of that. And where else can you buy an experience of enjoyment for basically $2 an hour? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something that's easy to come by unless you're outside kicking a ball. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hatch a shiny Porygon, and I'm using the Masuda method and the shiny charm, and I'm at like 600 eggs, and I just want it to hatch. Omega Goblin, this is basically me every single day, so I feel you, man. I'm pretty sure you're my spirit animal, and I'm pretty sure I actually wrote that comment out as an alternate account. I'm not gonna lie. I hate joining max raid battles and seeing people use shiny Pokemon named after websites. Those Pokemon were illegitimately generated and nobody's impressed that you got it in a Wonder Trade. Delete it immediately. Blood War. I love you, buddy. I really do. I'm a big fan of this guy, let me tell you. I never understood that, man. Listen, I'm the guy who says, hey, you play the game however you want. I'm not here to tell you how to play the game. I'm not the Poke Police. But I never understood the idea of like getting a hack shiny and then flexing it. Like, that's like getting a stolen car and then showing it off and being like, look how hard I worked to get this car. Like, no, dude, you stole it. No one cares, you're a scumbag. And I mean, it's not the same comparison, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's like, oh my God, I got this hack shiny. I'm gonna show it off. It's like, no, you didn't really put in the time for that though, nor did you even try. You simply cheated the game to get it. No one actually cares, Timmy. No one actually cares. Gen 9 when? We need games sooner. Gen 9, I would say 2023. How about that? 2023. As you can see, there are plenty of Pokemon fans that are outraged about various things, and I would love you guys to have some fun in the comments section below, letting me know how angry you are about whatever it may be, and we can rally around each other and just have some fun there. So I look forward to it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see another Rage video next week, we can jump on the subreddit again and have some fun. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys are new. Get those notifications turned on, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. If you're still angry like I am, you should click this video. If you're having a really good day and you're just chilling, you should click this video.